Welcome back to the channel once again. I am Alan for Leanne Presents. Leanne is here. She's helping me with this massive amount of unboxing.
Hi.
This is part 4 of a 4-part series.
Yeah.
She's encroaching on me again. Look, you see this? I can't do anything alone. She's got to always be here. No, I'm kidding.
I'll just go then.
Bye. Slams the door. So this is part 4 of a 4-part series. If you haven't seen 1, 2, or 3 yet, I urge you to go back. There's a lot of good stuff we've unboxed there, from the X-Men core box, the stretch goal boxes, all the expansions that come with the X-Men version of the game. This particular video will be the unboxing of the original game's expansions. So we added those onto our pledge as extras to make sure we got all the things, because we wanted to get everything, because this game looks amazing. We played it. It is amazing. This just makes it look so much better as well, because you've got so much to do with it. One quick thing I will do before we go on to that is the tokens, the plastic tokens I showed in the last part of the last video. The health tokens are what I was looking for in terms of clicking into each other. So this side sticks upwards. This side is embossed inwards. So when you click them in, they don't move in a stack off of each other. You can literally just do that and they just won't bounce off unless you really sort of lift it up and that. So that's what I was looking for, and that's what I was talking about in the previous video. Just so I know I'm not going mad, basically. Hand that off to my glorious assistant.
Oh, thank you.
And then we're going to crack into these boxes here. So we're going to start off with the Rise of the Black Panther expansion. Despite the technological supremacy, the Kingdom of Wakanda finds itself embroiled in an ancient struggle, a battle for the throne. Killmonger seeks to radicalize the population against their king, smuggling weapons and mercenaries into the country in preparation for a vast uprising that would place him on the throne. In spite of Wakanda's advanced resources, the Black Panther and his allies will be hard-pressed to prevent Killmonger's master plan. So obviously this is based on the Wakanda stuff. So we've got one sort of sheet thing there with the rules and whatnot. We've got some more tokens. I think I saw some of these in that plastic tokens box. Only 4 minis in this one. Can't have loads of minis in every box, obviously, but so we got Winter Soldier card there. Spoiler alert, Winter Soldier's in this box. We've got some cards there. We got the Killmonger dashboard. So this is what the original game's dashboard looks like. The print on the back is a bit different. It's a bit less colourful. It's a lot more dotty as opposed to strikey or strokey, I guess. Or stripey. Stripey is the word I want to use. And then we've got some, obviously, some locations, if I can get this bit of tape thing off or whatever it is. We've got the Golden City, the Great Mound, the Jabari Village, the Royal Palace, Shuri's Lab, and Warrior Falls. So that's the locations you get with this one. It does actually have the expansion name on the back of these. No, I don't recall seeing that on the other ones in the X-Men one. I might be wrong, I might have just missed it. Okay, so then we have the models. We've got Winter Soldier. Good old Bucky. And the detail is incredible. The straps and the arm detail, the star and the metal components. We've got Shuri, who is T'Challa's sister. I believe she took up the mantle of Black Panther at one point, but I'm not certain. I've not read much of Black Panther, if I'm honest. The detail with the tribal markings on the face is pretty cool. Painting that's going to be a pain in the rear end, though. Then we obviously have Black Panther himself. Kind of a Black Panther expansion without Black Panther, right? That would be weird, right? Oh, he's muscular. He didn't skip shoulder day, did he? Look at that. And then we've got Killmonger as the villain of this particular box, which you've already seen the villain card for. His swords look dangerous. If I see someone running at me with that sword, yeah, I'm done. Bye, guys. So that's the Rise of the Black Panther expansion. Some good stuff in there. So, pass that there. Next up, we've got Tales of Asgard. The realm eternal stands as a bastion of justice throughout the cosmos. Only Loki, the god of mischief, dares threaten Asgard's peace with his obsession for usurping the throne. Unfortunately, Asgard is home to many of the universe's most powerful individuals, but can they all be trusted? Loki's insidious illusions play upon hearts and minds, needs and desires, and no one, not even the mighty Thor himself, can wholly guard against his influence. Why any one of the heroes might unwittingly be in Loki's employ. So that's interesting. So it's almost like a double agent kind of thing aspect to it, I guess. Yeah, so there's a traitor challenge. This box doesn't want to stand up. Traitor's challenge. So there's an extra gameplay mode on there, which is cool. Got some inconspicuous looking eyeball kind of looking tokens. And we've got locations. So we've got Heimdall's Observatory. We've got Odin's Vault. Cosmic Cube there. We've got the Bifrost Bridge. Try saying that when you're drunk. Asgardian Palace. The Throne Room. And Valhalla. And obviously we have a villain board. This one is Loki. Obviously. We've got the cards as usual. Beta Ray Bill. Traitor Challenge. And then we've got the models. So we've got, first up, we've got Beta Ray Bill. It's like a horse Thor, I guess. I'm not entirely certain of his backstory. I've only read a couple of things with Beta Ray Bill in it. It's an intriguing character. Then we have Beta Ray Bill going in the back in the box, hopefully. Yep, there he goes. Korg. Interesting why he's here, considering he came from the planet Sakaar. I guess he does become really good friends with Thor, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. Then we've got Valkyrie. Obviously, you can't have an Asgardian box without the mighty Thor himself. The hammer looks cool. The strap kind of wrapping dynamically around the arm there. If there's like a wind or a force pushing it, maybe. It's his classic helmet as well. It's his classic costume. Helmet. Kind of mixed with the ultimate costume a little bit by the looks of it. And then we've got the villain. Obviously, the adopted, or what would you call it, stepbrother, I guess, of Thor, Loki. That's really cool, the way he's just holding his cloak. That staff looks great. The horns look great. Yeah, that's cool. So that's that one. Next up is going to be two pairs of two, in the sense that they're going to be the same part of the Marvel universe, as it were. First up, we've got Enter the SpiderVerse. The Big Apple sleeps as the Green Goblin plots to sow chaos. While his henchmen kidnap and pillage their way across the city, the Goblin gathers the resources to perfect his secret formula and enhance his powers. But all is not lost. The SpiderVerse has been thrown wide open as Spider-Man, Ghost Spider, Miles Morales, and Spider-Ham, I didn't misspeak, Spider-Ham, combine forces to face the Green Terror head-on. They'll have to guard their secret identities as intrepid reporters take to the streets to report on the heroics during the massive crime wave. So that sounds like there's another new mechanic coming into this particular box. As usual, got the one sheet. Okay, so there's reporter badges and cell phones. Looks like there's a little camera flash going off behind the cell phones. Okay, double-sided, that's interesting. Okay, so that's the back of the phone. Yeah, it's just like a little flash going off, like taking a... So that must be taking a picture and that must be sending out to the internet, because that's a hashtag for socials. We know all about socials, don't we, Leanne?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And locations. Brooklyn Bridge. Daily Bugle. Parker. Osborne Laboratories. Oscorp Tower. Queens, obviously. And Midtown High School. Okay. And then we've got the Green Goblin villain card. We've obviously got cards with Spider-Ham. Haha, Spider-Ham. Speaking of, let's start with Spider-Ham. This is Peter Porker from an alternate reality, aka the Amazing Spider-Ham. How can I say this with a straight face? I do not know. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there's a little Spider-Man face on the snout of Spider-Ham as well. Next up, we've got Miles Morales, Spider-Man. So it's just obviously Spider-Man, but it's the Miles Morales Spider-Man. So it generally has like a black and red costume, as opposed to Spider-Man's red and blue. Then we've got Ghost Spider, which is Gwen Stacy from an alternate universe. I've seen paint jobs on this. The inside of that hood's going to be just really difficult to do. Don't know if the camera's picking this up. There's the webbing, the web mesh on the inside. That's going to be insane to pull off. Hi, Rex. Hey. Nope. Then we got Spider-Man himself. So back to good old classic Peter Parker Spider-Man. Leaning on a... Or not leaning. He's stuck to a brick wall and looks like he's about to web off and jump somewhere. Start swinging somewhere. Rags agrees. Rags wants to go swinging on webs as well. And then we've got the Green Goblin. That's a really cool Green Goblin, like that. The Goblin Glider and the pumpkin bomb in the hand. It's really cool. The stitching on the hat on the top, on the mask. Is it a hat or a mask? I think it's part of one or the other. I don't know. It's cool. It's really cool. So there's everything in the Enter the SpiderVerse box. The trickiest decision that we're going to face when doing this is which boxes do we want to play, what characters do we want to play, what rules do we want to play?
All of them.
All at the same time.
Maybe.
So, next up we've got Return of the Sinister Six. Yeah, Sinister Six kind of teased very heavily in the last Spider-Man live action film, which is really cool. Perhaps it required someone with an intellect as towering as Dr. Otto Octavius to conclude that heroes are much stronger and more effective working as a group, and villains should therefore adopt the same tactic. Enter the Sinister Six. Dr. Octopus has called together the most dangerous villains in New York City. With the six working together, even Earth's mightiest heroes will fall before their collective villainy. Bringing the six to justice require coordination, planning, quick thinking, and teamwork, the likes of which the evil six can only dream of. I don't know why I had trouble with that. That really spun me out. I don't know why. That was weird. Cool. So, yeah. Here we go again. 2 pages in the rulebook on this one. So it's a bit more in-depth than the previous ones by the looks of it. Then we've got another one of these funky boards. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm quite sure how this works, obviously, because we haven't played this. We're literally just unboxing it. So, okay, there we go. Dr. Octopus. And the Vulture. Electro. Sandman. Kraven the Hunter. And Mysterio. So that's the Sinister Six. This particular iteration of the Sinister Six, anyway. Obviously, there's a bunch of cards. One that I've not seen before is a Weak Spot. So that's interesting. Okay. First off, then, we've got Kraven the Hunter. Spear is a bit shaped out, but I can easily sort that. That's fine. Quite pointy as well. It's got a nice sharp edge to that. Just reaching over the board and be like, ah! Then we've got Dr. Octopus. Speaking of bowl cuts, a tentacle's cool. So they've got 3 rooted in the ground, 1 sort of reaching out towards the front of Dr. Octopus. And we've got Electro. I've seen a really well painted Electro on one of the socials I've got following this. The way they did the Electro was really cool. That's Electro. Then we've got Sandman. Like this, oh, there's a thumb hole out, so I can just turn it around. It's a solid base, quite chunky as well. You can feel the weight on that. You can feel the texture on the sand. I hope the camera's picking that up because it's very quite nicely textured. Very quite nicely textured. That's our phrase now. Yeah, that's cool. And we've got the Vulture. So this is more of the modern Vulture as opposed to the Adrian Toomes old school kind of Vulture. Vulture, even. So it doesn't just look like an old man in a bird costume. It kind of looks like a fighter pilot with wings. And then the last model in this box, Mysterio. And speaking of paint jobs, I saw someone chop the head off Mysterio and replace it with a marble. Looked funky, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see what I can do with that head and paint it instead. Again, with the illusion of the green smoke, well, it will be green, on the bottom. It's really cool. It's a really nice model, that one. I don't know how you get that head off without destroying half of the model. I don't know. Some people are too talented. That's my thing. They're too talented, Leanne. Too talented. That back in there. That back in that. Okay, so we're at the end. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. We appreciate if you've been sticking with us through parts 1 all the way through this one. Really do appreciate that. So thank you for sticking with us. This particular one then is Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. The Guardians of the Galaxy have made a name for themselves, travelling the stars, fighting for the helpless, righting wrongs, and occasionally wronging a few rights. But the Guardians have interfered with Ronan's people, the Kree, in their self-proclaimed righteous wars for the last time. In personal combat, they have very little chance against the accuser wielding his godlike universal weapon. They must scramble for their way from star to star, helping where they can, and thwarting Ronan's minions wherever possible. Okay. Seems like it's a bit more of a long form, maybe. So, okay, 1 sheet. Plan B challenge. Okay, cool. Right, getting comfortable. KO tokens. Got the ship, the Milano. We've got Nowhere, which is the head of a dead celestial. Xandar, home of the Nova Corps. Morag. Okay, I see. Collector's Museum. And Klein. Cool, so those are the locations. Villain card, or the villain dashboard card is Ronan the Accuser. Also, we've got a chunk more cards. Gamora. Okay, and then we've got, let's start with the bad guy this time. Ronan the Accuser, his universal weapon hammer thing. It's very flat textures in this, but it works quite well. Next up, we've got Star-Lord. Star who? Star-Lord. There we Okay, now passing on off the cuff here. Gamora is next. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out. There's a dagger and a sword. Quite sure they've sculpted it that way, but okay. Cool. It does make the leg look really flat underneath. I don't know if that's a mis-sculpt or I don't know. Next up, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Rags is Groot. And then last up in this box we have, of course, if you've got Groot, you've got to have Rocket. There's a good size difference as well. Looks like he's on the, it's like an engine he's standing on, like a broken engine or something. Which is cool. So that's the Guardians of the Galaxy remix box. That was the box, not me. And then last up, kept this one to last because I wanted to see the specialness of this last. So I don't know how this is going to work, but this is going to be interesting. So let me... The Infinity Gauntlet. From the darkest reaches of the galaxy, Thanos has begun his crusade to bring balance to the universe by eliminating half of all life. He has learned of the Infinity Stones, 6 gemstones that predate the universe, each controlling an aspect of existence. Whoever can gather them will possess unlimited control over the universe. Thanos has sent the Black Order out across the stars to gather the stones while he forges the Infinity Gauntlet, a weapon strong enough to harness their power. Every hero stands opposed to this most vile of master plans. They must prevent Thanos from gaining the stones, then take the fight to the Mad Titan himself. So it looks like it's going to be a rush to see who can get the stones first. And then I guess you'd have a weakness or a disadvantage. Okay, there's a bit more of the rulebook in this one. Okay, interesting. Oh wow, that's a lot of locations. I'll briefly go through a couple, because there's quite a few here, so I'm not going to go through them all. Just briefly go through. Oh, that's cool. Thanos' palace with the effigy of death he's obsessed with, as in the actual entity of death, not death itself. Okay, there's an actual dashboard card in this one as well. So much like the... Oh, it's double-sided. Okay. And we've got Thanos, the Black Dwarf, Proxima Midnight, and the Ebony Maw. Obviously, Corvus Glaive was in the stretch goals box. Back in there. There we go. And then lift this out, and we have... Okay, 2 seconds, because one of the things has slipped down. There we go. Oh, they're all different sizes. Yeah. I don't know. That's that. Okay. Oh, it's just the one that's bigger. Okay, I see. So that means that all the stuff was kind of slipped out, so it's kind of right. Okay. So, Black Dwarf. First up. Has one massive axe. Fair play. The size on that. Then we've got Proxima Midnight. Again, the staff's got a bit of... Actually, it's not too bad, actually. Then we've got Ebony Maw. I'm not sure why they didn't put Corvus Glaive in with this one. And then, of course, the Mad Titan himself, Thanos, with the Gauntlet. And then we've got these funky little coloured pieces to look like the Infinity Stones. because if I put these back in, obviously you need to maybe collect these to stop Thanos from wielding them, and then you've got, I was expecting it a bit more sturdy than that, but okay, that works. An Infinity Gauntlet. So obviously you get a stone, and you can pop it in, just for example's sake. It's pretty cool. It's a nice snug fit, I like that. It's kind of hollow on the other side, that's fine. I mean, it does, it's probably meant to lay flat on the table anyway. If that's not meant to be wielded. Okay, cool. It's a little card holder thing in there. So you get a bunch of cards, as usual. And that is it. That's everything. So that has been a roller coaster of amazing stuff. No doubt there will be more, because there's still a lot of characters they haven't used across the games yet. So that'll be interesting to see where they go with that, if they do a third. So people are calling first game Season 1, they're calling the X-Men Season 2, and then it depends where they're going to go from there. There's still a lot of stuff they could go to. But yeah, thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed looking at all these. My voice has gone a bit raw now, not going to lie. My throat's starting to hurt a little bit from all this talking. But yeah, if you haven't seen the other 3 parts, go back and watch them, see what you think, let us know what your favourite pieces were. Show your friends, you know, do you want to play this? Have you got this? Have you played it? Have you played with all the expansions? Have you played with all the different types and characters? How many characters you played with? I'd like to play with all the characters. It's going to take a long time. There's so many of them. But we're looking forward to getting more deeper into this, since we've got this now. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't quite know what the next video is that we'll be doing after this yet, but we'll be doing something soon, no doubt. Don't forget that like button, hit the comments. Let us know what you think down below. Don't forget to watch the other 3 parts if you haven't already. And we will see you, hopefully, in a gameplay video of some sort of combination of this game at some point very, very soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we just need to get time. That's the one thing we're lacking at the moment, time, but we'll do what we can. So until then, stay safe, keep playing board games, keep watching wrestling, keep watching movies and music and whatever else you want to do to make yourself happy, because that's the main priority. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video.